Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is the week commencing the 21st of July. I do hope you're alright and had a fabulous week. As you can see, we have new cards. We have an Angels and Auras Oracle deck, which I don't know if I mentioned last week, I'm really into the angels. And I felt really drawn to this deck. Normally I will have a little research on YouTube because you can look at the flip throughs that other readers do. But I didn't even want to. I just knew, I was like, no, I just really need these cards. I only saw actually this side of the box and I thought that's enough. But aren't they glorious? This is Radley Valentine and Dougal Fraser and illustrated by Brooke Stefanelli. Anyway, you've got your first card out. We've got Don't Compromise, Boundaries, Assertiveness, Courage and Unwavering. So don't compromise on whatever it is, Libra, that you, perhaps being a Libra, and are trying to balance out and to be fair, make everybody feel all right. Don't compromise. Okay, and then your final card is Shower of Prosperity, Wealth, Opportunity, Success and Manifestation. Don't compromise on your self-worth either, Libra. That's what that's reading for me. Now, Shower of Prosperity, yes, it shows coins in that treasure chest. Very Nine of Cups energy this is. But you know what, money isn't always our coinage, is it? You know, what we desire as in prosperity, it can be people around you, family, and I don't know, there's just heartfelt times at the moment. I'm really drawn to you, that big heart there too for you, with the angel wings over it. But don't compromise. You've got to protect your heart too. Okay, let's have a look at the tarot. So, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Libra and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. So what's the focus? Please and thank you for Libra. Seven of Wands. Oh, yeah. Talk about don't compromise. The Seven of Wands is sitting in your own power, meaning what you say and sticking to your guns. Wow. Opportunity. Ten of Cups. Now that's made me stop in my tracks because I was drawn to the rainbow and I thought, wow, that's what I said this one was, but no, that's the Nine of Cups. But even so, you also have a rainbow on this. So all lovely, positive. Ten of Cups is just feeling very loved, very happy, sunshine and rainbows. And why not? You know, we are entitled to that every now and then. Challenge, please, and thank you for Libra. King of Swords. Yeah. Trying to do the right thing, trying to be balanced, trying to be non-biased about something. But maybe it's, I don't know, coming back and biting you on the bum. What's deep down, what's bubbling under the surface perhaps? Maybe you're ignoring, maybe subconsciously you're not addressing something. You've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the Five of Wands. Interesting. And then your advice and outcome. Advice and outcome, please, and thank you for Libra. Oh, that's my dog barking. The Star, which is beautiful energy. The Star is it's wishes coming true. It's feeling connected to the universe too. It's about you being in the limelight. Now, the Seven of Wands is what they want you to focus on. And yeah, stick to your guns. Don't compromise. And that's exactly what your message was from the angels. Maybe, you know, because obviously Libra, your traits, if you like, are that everything has to be balanced and fair and good. But sometimes you go without, or you put it damages you in some way by trying to be so fair. Does that make sense? And I feel like next week they say no, you got to stop that. Ten of Cups is your opportunity. Love this. It's about relationships and everything being happy, everybody being happy, lots of love. 10 is the ultimate goal, and there's something being achieved with maybe the family or the with the children, and you're just feeling very content and happy. The King of Swords is your challenge. Now, the King of Swords, and this is where I'm saying, the King of Swords is somebody who's very wise, very fair, very balanced, makes decisions based on facts, very Libra in energy, because King of Swords are your suit in the tarot. But as a challenge, yeah, it's challenging you to say, no, stop all this fairness rubbish. It's not really getting you anywhere. And sometimes, we do need to put ourselves first. Now, what's bubbling under the surface? We have the Knight of Cups here. Now, traditionally speaking, it's called the Knight in Shining Armour. However, the Knight of Cups for me is also about apologies and somebody coming in with something, like an olive branch or a gift of love or something to say sorry. But it can actually be somebody who wants to give you attention, wants to bring you nice flowers. But with that Five of Wands, I just feel like you are battling them off. Now, the Five of Wands is competitive energy and people being very egotistical. But I just feel like, you're or maybe you should be doing that. Maybe this is this Knight of Cups who's, on the one hand comes in with all this love and affection, and you're not getting it back or something like that, something that's coming in. And you're going to have to be a bit more, what's the word? Not egotistical, but stand your ground and stop. I don't know, does this Knight of Cups energy make you feel a little bit insignificant sometimes? And I feel like deep down you're like, no, I really need to say what I think, do what I need to do, get a bit more competitive with this, a bit more determined. The Knight of Cups doesn't have to be a person. It can be an offer that's coming in for you that you're determined to make the most of. And perhaps that's why, you've got to put yourself first with something here. Now, the Star card is your advice and outcome. And this is about having hope and faith and healing also. And it's also about you being in the limelight and getting what you want next week too. So let's see how we clarify with those. So Seven of Wands is your focus. So it's, stick to your guns, put your barriers up, stop, being so nice, Libra, maybe is the message there. We've got the King of Pentacles also. They want you to focus on your self-worth, like I said before, because the King of Pentacles is, he's a king, obviously he's the master of his suit, and Pentacles is money, material resources, could be a manager too. Whatever they are, they bring a very unique energy to their job, to a relationship. And it's like, yeah, you need to stand your ground because you're worth more than that. This is your worth. You need to be sitting in your, in all your glory. Maybe, I don't know, something at work, somebody's taking the glory for something, but it's like, no, Libra, you did that. It was your hard work. You put your time and effort into that. Don't let them walk all over you. Ten of Cups is your opportunity. And this is for contentment also. Three of Swords. You always get the Three of Swords, or regularly get the Three of Swords, I should say, Libra. And this is also about healing. The opportunity to heal through being with those that you love. Maybe the Ten of Cups is a message for an opportunity for you to be around people who are on the same level as you with love and success. Three of Swords, as I say, it's about letting go of things that have gone on in the past that have upset you. It's about letting go of those memories, maybe even of what hurt you deeply. But it's lovely. It's I feel like it's like a real big relief for you. And the King of Swords is your challenge, yeah, and it's because you're used to being this King of Swords. You're used to being the person that makes those decisions, and right. Well, you've got that amount, and they've got that. A bit like you're sharing marbles, and make sure she's got two, and you've got two, and you've got a blue one, and they've got a blue one, and that's what the King of Swords does. He's very fair, very decisive, and again managerial. However, I feel like you're going to have to put your foot down a little bit next week, Libra, with somebody or something. I've also got the message of you're trying to shield somebody but you've got their back if you like, but it's not doing you any favors. Oh, you've got the Moon card. Yeah, the Moon card's about secrets and things yet to come to the surface. Somebody, I feel like you are. Yeah, I just feel like you're covering for somebody's mistake, but you shouldn't be doing that, Libra. But you just think, oh, it's not fair for me to take all the glory, or there's something like that, because the Moon card is also about things coming to the surface. There's confusion here, and you're out of your comfort zone by putting yourself forward, by saying, no, enough's enough. I'm not putting up with that anymore. And it's good, you're struggling, if you like, to not tell the truth, but to be a bit more brash, if you like. Now, the Knight of Cups with that Five of Wands has bubbling under the surface. I keep hearing you're too nice, Libra. You're too nice. Five of Wands, get that fire in your belly. Knight of Cups is very generous, giving, but I feel like, no, you've got to stop that. Knight of Cups is very, maybe, as I say, this Knight of Cups is the person you're protecting. And you know what? You just think, I don't know, I just heard grow some. You just got to I don't know. Let's see why we've got the Five of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles now. I do feel like you're a couple. Is there something to do with, or somebody maybe that this Knight of Cups is at work with you, or somebody you see regularly. So the Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't stress. She's the Empress, if you like, of the Queens. I feel like she is very much like the Empress in the deck. She knows that she doesn't have to fight for what she needs because it comes naturally. And then in comes the rewards and the finances and self-worth. Again, this is so much about your self-worth, Libra. You're incredibly generous. You're incredibly, you would give your shirt off your back to see somebody else happy. And I think there's a balance that you're struggling with between the two things here of like, well, I still want to be this generous, resourceful person. I'm in control. I'm a manager. Maybe you're a manager at work, or you've certainly got a position of responsibility. But this, I don't know, this Knight of Cups, I just feel like he's connected, who keeps coming in, or somebody at work or a relationship who just keeps they're not showing up as you want them to, and you're not being very honest about it because you don't want to hurt the feelings. I don't know, this is really odd, but anyway, the Star is here, and I just feel like they're saying, get in the limelight, Libra. It's time for you to shine. Nobody else. I think you've helped a lot of people lately. Maybe the recognition has gone elsewhere. Knight of Pentacles. 2 knights now. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is about slow and steady wins the race. Make plans. Got a lot of pentacles here. I'm going to do another one on that because I'm getting so many mixed messages. Oh. Okay. Any more? Nope, that was it. Sorry about that. Let's just do one more on that Knight of Pentacles. Again, I still feel this Knight of Pentacles, yeah, is this Knight of Cups. And I don't know if you feel like they're not bringing to the table that energy that you really need next week. And so therefore you're trying to step into, I don't know, being a bit more forthright. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles? Ace of Wands. Wow. And the Ace of Wands is getting, yeah, advice outcome is Ace of Wands is, yeah, fire up. Here we come. Have that determination, that it's so opposite to the Knight of Pentacles. That's why I think you've got somebody around you who kind of dampens your spirit a little bit. And then maybe not maliciously. And you really feel like you need the courage and assertiveness to say something. The Knight of Pentacles is like in it for the long run. They can be quite uneventful. In other words, a little bit boring, if I may say, if that is a person that you're dealing with. And I just feel like you're trying to shine and get into the limelight, and they're like not on board with you next week about something. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe they're trying to ground you a little bit, but I don't feel that. I feel like you've got to like stop trying to please everybody and go along in their little energy. It's your energy next week, Libra. It's about you. Interesting. So let's have a look at these are the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. So we're going to ask for 2. And one more, please, and thank you for Libra. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Now there's 150 cards. I'm pretty sure there's 150. And what did you get? Scales. Balance. The card of Libra. And it says keep your life in balance. And now that doesn't mean to say that you've got to please everybody all the time, because that's not balanced. And then you've got funnel. Period of frustration and lessons to be learned. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Couldn't make that one up, Libra. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Let me know how it resonates. Have a fabulous week. And thank you, as always, for following the channel and all your lovely comments and support. Take care. Have a great week.